So guys, I want to say thanks for committing to the next 2 days of training. And I'm sure you're here to learn some elaborate, crazy self-defense moves. Some of you come from many different backgrounds, housewives, girlfriends. I know there's a few law enforcement here as well as security. So before we dive into the crazy elaborate techniques, and actually that's not what Ops is about, I want to take a few minutes just to share with you who I am, where I come from, because I think it's useful to know who you're going to be spending the next 2 days or a few hours with, as well as where does this information come from. When you take a course, you want to ensure and do your research that that instructor has real life experience. Does he have a true perspective on what self-defense actually is? So, a little history on me. Born and raised in South Africa, got an array of martial arts. Joined the police force as well. I got shot while I was on duty. Being held up at gunpoint and knife point. Luckily, I came out alive. I didn't lose any of my valuables. I didn't lose my life. However, I have lost a lot of family members. Right, I've lost family members due to crime, or that they've been shot at point blank range. They've been robbed at their houses, carjacked. I've even I lost a younger brother due to crime, and that's one of my huge motivations to teach and share the ops system out there. I never want anyone to ever have to go through that again. I want people to be armed with the tools to be able to defend themselves regardless of the situation, right? I don't care if you've done Aikido, Krav Maga, boxing, it doesn't matter what martial arts. This doesn't go against what you teach, right? I come from the world of martial arts, but martial arts for me didn't work in the streets. It's great for competitions. It has its place in the world, but it's not for self-defense. And you guys need to understand self-defense and martial arts are two very different things. Now with the ops system that I've created, you'll see it's very to the point. Okay, some of you that have taken my previous class already, you've seen the devastation that it can cause, right? So my martial arts background, man, it sounds like a movie. We were about 11 years old, 12 years old. We trained with a guy by the name of George. We couldn't afford training back then. My dad just said, hey, I know a guy who can train you guys. And we're like, sure dad, 11, 12 years old, you listen to your father, right? So we paid with vegetables. And back then, that age and that height, a box of vegetables that big and that heavy felt like it was that big. So we'd walk that 4 blocks from us. We'd train in his little house. We did chin-ups and on a bar in his room, push-ups off his coffee table, and there was a park at the back where we'd actually do our laps. So he taught us karate, kung fu, boxing. He created his own style and made it very simple, very basic. And that's actually, funny enough, helped me through a lot of my fights. I didn't win every single fight when I was young because I didn't know enough. And then from there I went into a little bit of Jeet Kune Do, karate. It wasn't my thing. Then I went into Muay Thai. That was a key thing. I trained with Crew Rodney King. I know sounds kind of funny, but that's his name, Crew Rodney King. He was one of the top martial artists in South Africa. He was a bodyguard. He did security for a bunch of nightclubs as well, and he trained a bunch of people, and he was fantastic. He also brought the CQC in, and that's where my CQC life catapulted. What else? Did unconventional boxing with a guy by the name of Graham Diedrichs, who taught us a really cool unconventional boxing style. He taught us the ultimate hook, incredible hook, which one day I'll get to teach you guys. And then also got my bodyguarding certificate. Looked after DJs, private homes, just different members of public, celebrities. From there, it's just been close quarter combat all the way through up until now. And I've trained with different trainers, and it's awesome to be able to teach, like I say, like people from so many different walks of life, whether it's from civilians to security to in South Africa it's called CPFs, community policing forums. Law enforcement, military. So I'm really happy that I'm able to share this with you guys, and you've added it to your belt of ammunition. So earlier I mentioned elaborate self-defense techniques. That's what you guys came out to learn. That's not what the ops system is about, guys. We don't do crazy spinning back kicks or anything like that. Sometimes you don't have the space. You don't get to choose your environment where you fight, right? Or where you choose to defend yourself. The ops system is CQC, close quarter combat. Exactly what it means is right here. This is the intimate range that I work in, okay? Anything further than 2.5 feet is going to be really dangerous for you. If somebody has a knife at 2.5 feet, it's still a danger. If somebody's got a firearm held at you at about 2 meters, right, or 5 feet, there's nothing you can do. I work in the intimate gap, which is this intimate range right here, 2.5 feet in front of you, because that's where you're the most strong, because that's where most of the attacks happen. That's what the op system is about. So let's get started here.